With Me episode 5, and today's episode is inspired by one of my favorite YouTubers, April, who runs the YouTube channel Coolirpa. Now April does this amazing series called Thrifted Transformations, where she takes a number of items of thrifted clothing that are usually not super fashionable and turns them into something really cute and modern and trendy. Anyway, I've been inspired by this series since the day that she started it. And so today I'm going to do my own little take on April's series by doing my own thrifted transformation. So these are the 2 items that I have thrifted and that I am going to try and upcycle into something cuter. The first thing that I thrifted was this dress. Now it's a circle skirt style dress and it's made from a ribbed fabric, so it is actually pretty cute, but it's just a little bit boring. I love to wear things with prints and patterns and colours all over them, so a plain blue navy dress is just isn't really my style. And I just have to show you all the tag on this dress because it's kind of really weird. Apparently the brand name is God is Girl. Welcome to God is Girl. Tomorrow we walk together. Thank you. Hand in hand. The second is this blue top. Now I don't like the cut, colour or material used in this top, but what I do really like and what I think will be useful are these daisies all along the side. So let's see what we can do with them. So the first thing that I did was to chop the flowers off the top. They came off in a string, so then I simply cut the connections between them. Then I placed the daisies onto the dress where I thought they'd look the best, evenly spaced from each other to make sure that I had enough flowers and to preview what it would look like. Then one by one I sewed them on. Now it would be totally possible to use fabric glue here instead if you don't have the patience to sew, but I thought that sewing the flowers on would make them stay on a little bit more strongly. Now for those of you who are totally new to sewing, this is what I did to sew the flowers on. I threaded the needle with a piece of thread, doubled up the thread, and then tied a knot in the end. Then I cut off the excess thread. I brought the needle up through the back of the dress, through the middle of the flower, and then back down. I repeated this 3 times and then tied a knot in the thread, then cut the excess thread off. Then I repeated this for all 40 or so of the flowers in the dress until it was completely covered. Now, I don't like wasting clothes or fabric, so with the blue top that's had its daisies removed, I'm going to use the remaining fabric to make a headscarf. I cut a strip of fabric off the top, cut this circle of fabric open, and folded it in half lengthways, and then I sewed down its length like this using a straight stitch. I turned the resulting tube inside out, folded the raw edges down inside the tube about 1 inch, and sewed over the top like this. So these are the final transformations. Now the 2 don't really go together in an outfit, so I'm showing them off here separately. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do want to see more Get Sewing With Me videos in the future, so that I know whether or not this series is something you want to keep seeing. And make sure to go check out April's channel. I guarantee that if you like my videos, you will love hers. And don't forget, I have my very own clothing line out now, so don't forget that you can go and buy that if you're interested. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all for my next video. Bye!
And I was like, that's cool.